I'm Michael Jacobs with Erika Larkin. Welcome to Essential Golf. I just teed off on a practice hole with Erika, and she did what many golf coaches do, and you could do at home, by using a smartphone to film your swing and analyze the movement. So Erika, you have your students film their own swing. Sometimes they send it to you. And what are some of the things you have them look for when they're analyzing their own swing?
Well, depending on what we're working on, we're looking at body movements, where you started and where you ended up through different parts of the swing. So creating some using analysis tools on applications such as a Edgify app, a V1 coaching app, or what applications do you use?
Coach My Video Pro, which is a really good slow motion one.
Yeah, so using a playback tool or application software for your smartphone like that, you can slow down the playback of the video and draw some simple lines to the sides of the body, maybe outside the edges of the feet. You can draw a circle around your head and see where you started from your setup and then where you ended up at the top of your backswing, or maybe where you ended up back at impact, to see where you started and where you moved to. Based on what your coach is telling you or what you're trying to see in yourself, ideally we want to return more or less to a position where we come back to where we started with the addition of a little lower body advancement so that we can see body rotation and a little weight shift happening by the time you get to impact. So having those parameters set from setup can tell you a lot as to where you ended up back at the strike. Those are some of the things I look for.
Yeah, and I always tell the people that I work with, my students, is don't get wrapped up in putting yourself up against like a professional tour player. Like a lot of those swing coaching apps will have a tour player and you put yourself up and you're trying to match yourself up with somebody with physical characteristics that aren't just close to yours. So I would use yourself as a barometer. And if you have a coach or if you had a good day ball striking, film yourself and use that as a model. So what I'll try to do when I'm working with someone is when I move them through a movement, let's say it might not be in normal speed, but I help them through it, and then they use that as their reference point. Oh look, yeah, I did start my downswing by pushing my knee in as opposed to twisting more at the hip and things like that. So keep it simple for yourself, especially if you don't have a coach. If you have a coach, that's great. But when you're analyzing your swing, focus on what really matters. Take a look at the club. Take a look at each segment of the body and how they're moving. Are things moving together? Picture what your spine would be doing during the swing. Am I doing things to make my spine flex or extend where I could actually hurt myself? So stay focused on you, not so much on somebody of my stature and size who used to play American football and putting myself up against Ricky Fowler, who's slight and thin like you, Erika, and who can move faster. So try to, if you're going to analyze yourself, try to pick people who are closely matched to your physical characteristics.
So both camera views are going to show you some different things. When you're looking at the down the line view, you're going to see more the club angles, the swing plane, how steep or flat you're moving, and any changes in posture throughout the swing that may be important, relevant, or causing you some problems. From the front line view, you're going to be able to see a lot more lateral motion of the body if you're swaying or staying more stable and centered, and also how the club is squaring up and lining up into impact, how your body's rotating. So pay attention to different things in both views, and that'll give you a better whole perspective on how you're moving, how the club is moving, and what's really going on in your golf swing.
What do you think, Erika, about that swing I made?
I think it looked pretty good. Matched up pretty nice on the video to what we're working on. I just got to work on steadying my hand a little bit, maybe
a
tripod
little
next
shaky.
time.
Yeah. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this Essential Golf video and start analyzing your swing the right way.